Hi everybody, welcome to my presentation, which is a case study on Amazon.com. This presentation is for Quality Systems SCLT4380 for Professor Maria Burns. I am a student at the University of Houston and my name is Lynn McAllister. So again, thank you for joining me and we'll jump right in. So fun fact, Jeff Bezos actually went to River Oaks Elementary School, so he is a local Houstonian, or native Houstonian rather. He worked on Wall Street and discovered that the internet was growing at a rate of 2,300% and wanted to monetize on that. So in 1994, he went to Seattle where he opened up Amazon.com, and it initially started off as an online bookstore. Since then, it has grown to 326 facilities, and it's valued at $247.6 billion. So quick benchmarks. Benchmarks is a standard to compare to. Amazon focused on product selection, price, convenience, and cycle time. So you can see that they do have a very vast product selection since the days of the online bookstore, and even their logo shows it with the A pointing to the Z, which encompasses everything. They want to sell everything, and I think they almost do, or they pretty much do. So price convenience, they use algorithms to scour the interwebs and find the lowest price, and then they price match that in order to draw customers to them. With the cycle time, if you think of 2-day prime shipping, also the 2-hour deliveries, algorithms are also used to help with that, and we talk a little bit more about algorithms and robotics later. So what's the biggest problem for the world's largest online retailer? Well, it just happens to be the same problem for every retailer, which is competition. Their competition, it's the world's largest online retailer versus the world's largest retailer. So I'm sure you have a pretty good idea of who that is, and it is Walmart. So we're going to take a quick look at a fishbone diagram and see how some flaws of Amazon lead to the possible chance of losing the title of online retailer to Walmart. So the seasonal market is Amazon relies heavily on the fourth quarter, specifically Black Friday and Cyber Monday, mostly Cyber Monday. They did try to offset that with a Prime Day, which is halfway through the year, and I think that was a flop this year, but it could prove to be a really good idea in the future. We'll see. Also, resources. They rely heavily on third-party logistics. The sense of urgency for those companies is not quite the same as having your own fleet, so that's definitely a flaw. They don't have brick and mortar stores like Walmart, so they lose that instant gratification of buying specific products. It's very easy for a customer to decide to not check out when they want to, or if they need to, versus actually having it in hand in the store. So technologies, right now they do maintain the latest algorithms, but Walmart has caught on, and the only thing that they need to do is get their hands on the next best programmer to develop that next best algorithm. So there is a lot of risk there. And Amazon also lacks innovation as far as the tech world. Jeff Bezos has a severe passion for being a tech company, but I think they're doing much better, or they're getting closer with products such as Alexa and Echo Dot. So finances, they work on very thin profit margins. Even though they have massive expansion, they are making the same money that they did in comparison ratio, the same money that they did when they started out. So investors are getting kind of weary of that and may jump ship. You never know. And they rely heavily on third-party revenue, such as fulfillment by Amazon. So a third of their revenue comes from that. If there was an economic downturn, it would be bad news for Amazon. Last but not least is branding. When you go to Walmart, you're going to Walmart to pick up something. When you go to Amazon.com, you're going to Amazon.com to look for a specific brand to buy. So you kind of overlook the Amazon brand. You're just going there to find a different brand. So I think Amazon needs to market themselves better, and I think that they have a good enough reputation to where they won't come off too salesy. So Pareto's rule is the 20-80 ratio rule, and I applied this to their workflow processes, which is the storage, picking and packing, automatic storage, and retrieval. So initially it wasn't automatic, it was manual. Employees would walk a 1 million square foot facility and pick specific items for an order, which was generally very random if you've ever shopped at Amazon. And so, like I said, 30 to 60 minutes to do that. And then, so it's 80% of effort to get 20% of results is very inefficient. So when Amazon started applying algorithms and Kiva robotics, the shelves would actually come to the employees and bring the appropriate products. So the employee would stand there and the robots actually will identify where the products are and kind of just line up to drop off the products. That cut it down to about 15 minutes, and so that was about 20% effort with 80% results now that they can get more products faster packed and out the door. So it's a very awesome, efficient change for Amazon. The next thing we have is the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So strengths are low-cost structure, synergies between products, marketplace, Amazon Web Services, and Prime, and their reputation on deliveries and guarantees. Some of their weaknesses are that they have no physical presence, too many failed ventures, or low competitive products. Packaging and sustainability are also an issue, but they definitely have been focusing on that with frustration-free packaging rather, that you'll see in the future. Opportunities, 2.5 trillion growth opportunities by 2018. That's literally around the corner. Products and services expansion is an opportunity as well with Pantry Fresh, and the opportunity to slow down expansions and build more profit over time. So some of the threats that they have are new entrants and competitors, tax liabilities that have recently been put in place, and lawsuits from employees, suppliers, and competition. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I applied this to the Amazon workforce. The basic need could be satisfied by improving working environments such as heating and cooling. There are news articles of either employees fainting or even getting frostbite due to having horrible work conditions or maybe being stuck out in the cold. Safety needs, putting workers at risk, like I just mentioned, and not properly documenting incidents. In January 2016, they were fined by OSHA for this very reason. So there are social needs. Employees feel disconnected from the leadership, and there's unethical termination practices. Essentially, if you can't keep up with the job, they let you go, which kind of sounds fair, but it's not fair if you are pregnant or sick or disabled. Self-esteem. Some employees actually say that they feel like robots. Amazon has also been known to shame former employees by having monitors hanging in the facilities that have silhouettes of former employees who were terminated for poor work ethics or things such as theft. It's either way, if you're working in there and you're seeing that, it breeds a bad culture. And the last but not least is self-actualization. So there's very little to no opportunity for advancement in Amazon. You may be able to get a manager, but I find it very difficult to surpass that and move beyond. So last but not least is Porter's 5 forces. The bargaining power of buyers I feel is high because customers can always check the prices and buy elsewhere. And when it comes down to it, in the end, the customer does not have to buy from Amazon, so Amazon should keep the customers happy so that they do keep returning no matter the price. The bargaining power of suppliers I feel is low because I think a lot of suppliers actually do rely on Amazon for its services. The threat of new entrants is medium. Ease of online startups and scalability of products and services. Anyone can jump online, and if their product or service goes viral, then they could be very competitive. It doesn't take much to start an online store, which is part of the reason Jeff Bezos did that. Threat of substitute products is low because product selections are so vast with Amazon. Basically, it null and void that threat because they already have substitutes on there. It's very competitive for third-party sellers. And competitive rivalry, I think, is actually very high because they have so many products. They also have competitors in every market. Think of Apple, Walmart, Best Buy, Netflix, amongst others. So those are some of the big key players. And I think IBM for the cloud infrastructure services as well. So that is my presentation on Amazon.com. Thank you again for hearing me out and watching this presentation. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you guys later.